Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Survive News. This is where we try to bring you as much horror news as we can, specifically survival horror gaming news, every week, where possible. Some weeks we may not have that much news, like this week. But even though we don't have a whole heap of news about survival horror gaming this week, we do have some pretty cool news. So that's why I've decided to go ahead and record this episode anyway. There's going to be some changes to the format, which you may notice as this episode goes on, and I think they're pretty cool. We have a little community spotlight section in the back, so yeah, definitely stick around and see what people in the community have been doing. It's pretty awesome. So first of all, I'd like to talk about the Unreal PlayStation 5 tech demo that was revealed this week. This was awesome. Like, there's no two words about it, like two ways about it, not two words. There's two words. Fucking hell. Yeah, this tech demo looked absolutely stunning. It was running on PlayStation 5. The guys at Unreal were talking about the engine and saying that, like, basically user generated content's going to be much easier to create. There's going to be destructible environments are going to be much easier to have in a game because they don't have to pre-bake the lighting into the environment. It can be dynamic, which is something that hasn't really happened before, bar on very, very high-end PCs and stuff. So this is all very, very cool. Unreal Engine 5 will be on the next-gen consoles. It'll also be on PC, and it's also apparently going to be run on Xbox One, PS4, and mobile devices. Epic have always been incredibly good at supporting all platforms, including mobile. That's where all your Fortnite money is going, into developing this engine. And speaking of which, Fortnite will be moving to the Unreal Engine 5 next year, but all of your stuff is going to transfer across because apparently migration is super easy, which gives me a little bit of hope that if Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 is being developed on Unreal Engine 5, we might be able to transfer our stuff across. Maybe I'm just getting my hopes up. But yeah, if you haven't seen the tech demo yet, I've dropped a link in the description below, and you should definitely check it out. It is stunning. It looks like a cross between Tomb Raider and Gravity Rush. It's gorgeous. Yesterday, on Thursday the 14th of May, Sony held a State of Play event, which was basically just to show off 18 minutes of Ghost of Tsushima. Now, anybody who knows me pretty well knows how much I love Sucker Punch games. They're one of my top 5 PlayStation developers. I've been a fan since the Sly Cooper days. I loved Infamous, wasn't a massive fan of Infamous 2. I think Second Son is the most underrated game on the PlayStation 4, and I urge anybody out there who's watching this video to go back and give Infamous Second Son another chance, because it is amazing. It deserves to be remembered as well as God of War and Event Horizon. No, Horizon Zero Dawn. It is so good. It's so freaking good. This new look at Ghost of Tsushima shows a lot more of the kind of mechanics of, you know, getting around the island. You can figure out where you're meant to be going next by using the wind, which is pretty cool, the direction of the wind. You have your horse, obviously. There's loads of secrets and collectibles, it looks like, to be found. One of my favorite parts of the entire thing was when they showed off the combat. The combat looks amazing. You very much have kind of different skill sets or styles. When you're a samurai, it's a lot more about, you know, being honorable and facing people head on and defeating them that way. When you're playing as the ghost, you are, you know, sneaking around. It's basically ninja and samurai, except they've called ninja ghost. But yeah, as the ghost, you are able to sneak around, you know, parkour up on top of stuff. And, you know, use your kunai and use your smoke bombs, and it looks like the ghost parts look like Tenchu, the samurai parts look like Onimusha, and then there's a lot of Assassin's Creed and even Zelda. I got a big Breath of the Wild influence from it as well. So Ghost of Tsushima is out July 17th, which right now feels like a million years away, unfortunately to me. It looks so good. It's another incredible first-party Sony title coming right off the back of The Last of Us 2. I, for one, cannot freaking wait. Once again, if you want to watch the whole thing, there is a link in the description, and it is well worth doing so. I'm going to just drink some coffee because my throat's a bit sore. Okay, might be a bit better now. As of today, Friday, May 15th, you will be able to play as Nicholai in Resident Evil Resistance. Now, this is cool. This shows me that Capcom are hopefully supporting Resident Evil Resistance, which is great, because if you saw my review, I was a little bit worried that they were kind of maybe just going to kind of distance themselves from it. I haven't played as Nicholai yet, but I am intrigued. I'm looking forward to seeing what his monster is. Please be Nemesis, that he can call in. But yeah, Nicholai is, although, no, his monster's not going to be Nemesis. That's going to be another DLC down the line or something. Just wait for it. He's probably going to be a Hunter Gamma. Yeah, it's more than likely going to be a Hunter Gamma. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. But yeah, Resident Evil Resistance, I am really hoping if it does continue to get supported and continue to get love and, you know, some of the balancing issues sorted out and things like that, that I would definitely be hoping to come back maybe in a couple of months once all the DLC has been released and do a re-evaluation of it and see where we stand a little bit down the line. But yeah, if you're still playing Resistance, as of right now, you can go play as Nicholai, so that's pretty cool. Capcom have just released their financial update for the year, and as you can imagine, Resident Evil, the franchise, plays a big part in, you know, Capcom's finances, and especially with the success of Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 3 Remake, Resident Evil is looking safer than ever. In this report, it does say expand pipeline with major multiple releases, and then it goes on to list the Resident Evil 3 sales figures. Now, reading between the lines here, what that seems to say is that there are Resident Evil projects in production, but the expand pipeline to me says that they are looking at adding more to that or bringing that forward, you know, making that pipeline, expanding it, making it wider so that they can get things out quicker. So yeah, it will be intriguing to see what Capcom has in store for us in 2020 and beyond. They've already brought us Resident Evil 3. Now it will be great to see. I know that people have been speculating on the Resident Evil 4 remake, and of course Resident Evil 8 has been talked about a lot. But yeah, it's going to be cool to see what Capcom are up to. I am personally hoping that they've been lying all along and they have a Dino Crisis and Code Veronica remake in the works. That would make me very, 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 very happy. I guess all we can do for right now is keep our ear to the ground and see what Capcom come out with next. But I feel like it's safe to say that you will be seeing a lot more Resident Evil very quickly.
Come on, you creepy ass stalker! You want stars? I'll give you stars!
As part of the news section here on Let's Survive News, I wanted to take a look at doing some sort of community spotlight, because I've been kind of going around into groups on Facebook, on Reddit, and I've been seeing amazing artwork, amazing cosplays, all kinds of wonderful, incredible stuff, and I wanted to be able to find a way to share that with you guys and help support those artists. So first of all, I want to talk about a guy who's on Twitter by the name @PetriocorCrown. @PetriocorCrown. I will put a link in the description. It's easier than trying to say it again. He goes by the name of Barjack. He is an artist. He is awesome. He has a Patreon that it's well worth chucking a couple of bob to watch him paint these amazing things that he does. What I'm about to show you right now is a Hunter Gamma painting he did from Resident Evil 3 Remake. It is gorgeous. Like, look at that. It is stunning. This is not the only piece he's done. He has some incredible work. So definitely follow him on Twitter. But I would recommend subscribing or like pledging to his Patreon, because you get to do stuff like watch the videos of him painting, which is really, really cool. I've done that myself and it's very cool. Next up in the community spotlight, we have a cosplayer named Grey Staub, who I found in Resident Evil Veterans, a Facebook fan group. She has done a cosplay of Claire Redfield and Ada Wong, but I'm specifically highlighting her Claire Redfield cosplay here on the channel today because, come on, doesn't she look exactly like Claire Redfield? It's crazy. It's such a good cosplay because she actually looks like her. So that definitely helps. Yeah, I just love the amount of love and detail and attention that people put into their cosplays. It blows my friggin' mind. And while we're on that, I'm going to be talking about one or two other little groups and channels and stuff you can follow. One of those things is Team Emerald Cosplay, because we were just talking about cosplays. Team Emerald Cosplay are a cosplay outfit based in Limerick, which is just by where I'm from. And they are absolutely awesome. They've done all kinds of stuff from The Witcher to Mortal Kombat to DC characters, most recently The Mandalorian, Fallout, Borderlands. They've done so much. And even better than that, they often release stuff like blueprints of their designs for these cosplays on their Facebook page. So again, the description will be below. It will, and in that description there will be a link to Team Ember Cosplay, and I highly, strongly, deeply suggest you like them on Facebook because they are super cool, and it is well worth supporting artists like these. And speaking of people that you should support and artists that are wonderful, I would like to direct you to a good friend of mine who you will be seeing as part of the upcoming Let's Survive Together series, a guy named Brian O'Regan.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Brian's Action Figure Reviews.
Who runs a little YouTube channel, He's far more successful than I. He runs a YouTube channel called Brian's Action Figure Reviews. Now, Brian goes into detail and shows you how all the articulation works, puts them in interesting poses, talks about the quality of the paint, all that kind of stuff. But more so than that, he also does pop culture things. He does trailer reacts like we do here of movies and stuff and TV shows. And then he also does pop culture interviews with people in the community of action figure enthusiasts and beyond, and interviews them about, the figures they love growing up, or, just whatever their favorite comic book movie is, or it's just, they're great. He did one with me, poor fella. He had to put up with listening to me for 20 minutes. But yeah, Brian is a really good dude. He's a really good creator. He puts his heart and soul into his work, and it is well worth. If you haven't done so, if you go down to the description, hop over to Brian's YouTube channel and throw him a subscribe. That would be awesome. If you do, throw him a comment and say, yeah, it was Paddy sent me your way. And then I'll force him to buy me a pint or something once we're out of this lockdown. No, Brian is one of my best friends, and he is an incredible artist and kind of content creator. So I definitely wanted to give him a plug and a spotlight here on this because he's a good dude. He's also got some horror stuff. He's got some horror figures, so it does have some relevancy, bringing it all back. So yeah, you should definitely check him out. And that's basically it, guys. That's all we got this week. As I say, it's not a big news week as far as I could see. So that's why I wanted to take a bit of time specifically to talk about this new community spotlight. There could be some weeks where there's absolutely no news, so instead we just do a big long community spotlight where we look at a bunch of art, a bunch of cosplay, and we just all share in the glory that is this mutual love of survival horror that so many of us have. As always, guys, thank you so much for checking out the channel. Thanks for checking out this news show. As I say, sorry it was a bit brief on the news, but I hope you got something from it. As I say, all the links will be in the description. And if you haven't done so already, if you would hit the subscribe button, it would mean everything to me. I'm not just saying that. I am having so much fun with this YouTube channel, and I'm putting my heart and soul into it. I am working 12 hours a day at it, just sitting in front of a computer, creating, editing, and I would just love if you could hit that subscribe button and stick around for what's to come, because I guarantee you it's going to get bigger and it's going to get better. Oh, and one last bit of news, because you're probably wondering what that kind of glowing orange light is throughout this video. My wife picked me up a heater. She picked me up a heater for the shed so it's not so friggin' cold out here. It's wonderful. It's all I've ever wanted. So big shout out to my wife, Kathy, for grabbing me a heater. You may have saved my life. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the news. And as per always, let's survive together. And you can also survive together by supporting other artists. And peace out.